So here's the question. Are you a headstock snob? And let me tell you why we're talking about this today. Gibson has announced that they are finally making an Epiphone model with the Gibson Headstock. It's the Greeny Les Paul, one of the most iconic Les Pauls in the world. Kirk Hammett from Metallica currently owns it and plays it. But now you're getting a replica from Epiphone, which is more affordable, but it doesn't have the Epiphone headstock. It has the Gibson headstock. So this is big news because in the past, you could buy a Fender. Yeah, you get the Fender headstock, but you could also buy a cheaper Squire. And guess what? The headstock is still the same shape. Same for PRS SE versus their core models. Same shape. Not so in the world of Gibson, though, until now. So if you're interested in what the Greeny looks like, I will link it below in the description. Check it out there. But that's not what this video is about. I want to know from you, whoever you are watching this, comment below. Do you actually care about the headstock shape? And is it something that would give you pause to play a guitar or purchase a guitar? And has Gibson actually solved that problem for you now? I'm curious to know. So I've got my favorite Les Paul here. You know, it's a great guitar. Gibson Les Paul? No, it's not. It's an Epiphone Les Paul. This is the first real guitar, quote unquote real guitar, that I ever had. It was a gift from my parents when I was 13 years old. It's a 1998 Epiphone Les Paul. I still have it. I will never get rid of it. It's a wonderful guitar. It's arguably the only guitar I would have ever needed. It is an incredible instrument. I mean, and also arguably, my playing does not necessarily deserve a $5,000 Gibson Les Paul. So, I mean, that's a different discussion we can have as to the level to which you play dictates what kind of guitar you should have. But I will tell you that there have been many times where the headstock on this guitar has made me hesitate to play it in videos, on gigs, etc. Now, that, as I think about it, sitting here is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I will tell you, though, it works the other way, too. I have a PRS Silver Sky behind me, the core model, the real one, and I've shown up to gigs before, and I've become acutely aware of the fact that I am not John Mayer. And unfortunately, sometimes I have long hair and people are like, oh, hey, John Mayer lookalike. Oh, look at you. What do you think? And clearly my playing is not up to where John Mayer and his level is. So the expectation that that guitar as a whole, not just the headstock, even though the headstock is actually very unique for that guitar, it sets an expectation for you as a player. So can you oversell yourself with the guitar you're playing and the headstock that you have on that guitar? Would I be better served to show up with an Epiphone Les Paul or a PRS Silver Sky SE and say, yeah, you know what? And then the bar might be set low, and then my playing looks and sounds even better to whoever I'm playing with. I mean, ultimately, realistically, if you're playing properly for the gig and you're the right person for it's not going to matter what guitar you're playing as long as the tone's right and you know it functions properly and is in tune and everything. But you know, ultimately I don't think that really matters. This is like the games that people play in their heads, you know. I mean, it's if you show up with a $7,000 Klon, doesn't mean that you're going to be a great player. There are great players who don't even know what a Klon is, and they can play circles around the person who owns a $7,000 Klon. So gear matters to a point, but does it really? So that is the question today, though. Specifically, headstocks. Are you a headstock snob? Have you ever not bought a guitar, not taken a guitar to a gig because of the name on the headstock, or in this case, with Epiphone and Gibson, the shape? I want to know. If you're new to the channel, my name's Tom Butwin. Please consider subscribing. Please like this video. And again, the whole point of this video is just I want to hear your comments because I'm genuinely interested to know if anybody else has had this internal mental dilemma over the headstock. And I was just shocked to see that Gibson's actually going to do this because it's always been the thing with Epiphone. It's got a different headstock. Is it cool? Yeah, I mean, if you have an Epiphone Casino, which was meant to have that headstock, yes, it's cool. But anything else, it can be questionable. At least that's what I thought. Maybe I'm changing my mind. Maybe you're changing your mind. Maybe you're not. I don't know. But welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.